friends, welcome back to the 17th day of live art. This is Priya from Priya Art Studio, where I teach art for all ages. I hope everybody's staying safe and doing a fabulous job. Let's relax a little bit and do some fun art with our family. So are you all ready with these items? We need pencil, eraser, ruler, paper, oil pastels. If you don't have oil pastels, you can also use crayons or color pencils. Hi, Aishwarya says hi. Welcome back, Aishwarya. Good to see you. So today we also have Kavya and Ovia here
Hi.
to draw with us. Ishan says hi. Hi, Veena. Welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to do something very cute. So let's see who finds out what we are going to do today. This is the clue number 1. So this is a soft, furry, fluffy animal. That's Rayansh. Hi, Rayansh. Good to see you. Hi, Kabin. Good, how are you? So let's see who finds out this. We are going to do a fluffy, furry, cute animal. Meghna and Anjali joined. Hello, Meghna and Anjali. Naga says, should I say the answer? Naga, you have the right answer. Guinea pig, very close, Veena. Hi, Aruna. It's not a cat or dog, Aishwarya. And Naga's answer is right. We are going to do a bunny. Namrata also says bunny. Yay! Kola, very close. It's not a puppy, Kevin. We are going to do a bunny today. Yeah, Akansha, that's bunny, right answer. It's not a bear, Lakshmi. It's not a fox, Kevin. It's a bunny, Shriyansh. That's right. Guinea pig is very close, Smriti. Bunny is the right answer, Kevin. It's not a pig. It's a bunny. So a lot of people would like to have bunny as a pet. It's not a dog, it's a bunny. Yeah, Aruna, you're right. Hi, Anvi, good to see you. Bunny is the right answer, Diya. Smriti, that's right, bunny. Hashini says bunny. Yeah, good job, everybody. So we are going to do a cute little bunny today. And some fun facts about the bunny is they have their eyes sideways, so they can almost see 180 degrees of what's going around them, so that they can protect themselves from the predators. They also have their teeth, which grows year long. It keeps growing and growing. A bunny's teeth never stops growing. Hi, Usha. I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Also, a bunny's ears can turn 180 degrees. Do you remember what other animal can turn its ears 180 degrees? The people who have done previous classes might be knowing this. Satvik, can you draw a dragon? I'll keep that in mind, Satvik. We can do your requests. So, what other animal can turn its ears 180 degrees? We have drawn that previously. Any guesses? It's not an owl, not a kangaroo, it's not a wolf, it's not a kangaroo. Another clue is, like, even though they jump from different heights, like very big heights, they won't have broken bones. What is that? A lot of people have these as their pets too. Kitten, that's right. It's not a puppy, Sarita, it's a cat. That's right. So another animal that can turn its ear 180 degrees, it's the cat. Also, the bunny can hop very big height. It can hop up to 3 feet. Compared to its size, 3 feet is a long height. So it's very athletic. Also, bunnies can give birth to up to 14 baby bunnies at the same time. So that's really interesting. So shall we go to our art? Yeah, kitten is the right answer. Diya, Smriti, that's right. So I'm going to focus the paper a little bit here.
Yes.
So let's start drawing our cute little bunny today. We are going to do some good measurements. The measurements are very important today because the bunny has some tricky parts here. So let's take our ruler. This is Ishan. Hi Ishan. Welcome. So we're going to take our ruler and pencil first. We always start with a pencil so that it's easier for us to erase even if we make mistakes. So we're going to mark the center of the paper. So let's find out the center and mark the center of our paper. So have your ruler and pencil ready? Vertical or horizontal? That's a good question, Smriti. It's good to have it vertically because the bunny is going to be from top to bottom. It's going to be long. So having the paper vertically would be a better choice. So we mark the center of the paper in our vertically placed paper, and from there we're going to measure 8 centimeters at the top and 10 centimeters at the bottom. If you have a shorter paper, you can make that smaller. So because we also need another 8 centimeters at the top. If you don't have enough space at the top, I would recommend you to make it shorter, make the measurements shorter. So from the center, I took 8 centimeters and that's going to be another 8 centimeters at the top. If you don't have enough space, I would say keep it 6 centimeters and another 6 centimeters at the top. So make sure you have enough room at the top. Are we doing a bunny? Yeah, Aishwarya, we are doing a bunny today. Can you say the measurements again, Anjali? So we mark the center here. So I have 8 centimeters. That's going to be another 8 centimeters on the top. So if you don't have enough space, make it 6 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Also, there's going to be one dot which is 10 centimeters at the bottom. If you have a shorter paper, so make those measurements little shorter. So instead of 8 centimeters, you can make it 6. Instead of 10, you can make it 8 if you have a shorter paper.
I don't have 10 centimeters on the bottom.
So make it 8 if you have a short paper and make it 6 and 6. So I'm making that a little more bigger because my paper size is big. If you have a smaller paper, you can do 8 centimeters at the bottom, 6 centimeters from the center, another 6 centimeters. These two measurements should be the same. The first part from the center and the second part
Wait, there's only 4 dots?
are the same. The bottom one is little longer.
I thought there was 5.
So if you did 6 and 6, make the bottom one 8.
I think I do have space for 10 then.
Okay. You don't have to draw until the edge of the paper. So we can leave a little space from on the top and at the bottom. So we have 4 dots here. I'm guessing you all have 6 centimeters, another 6 centimeters at the top, and then there is 8 centimeters at the bottom. So from the center, we are going to make another measurement. So this is going to be 5 centimeters on each side if you have a shorter paper. If you made the exact same measurements like this, make it 6 centimeters on both sides. What are we drawing? Radhika, we are drawing a bunny today. So I have all the measurements here. So there are 6 dots from the center. So did you make
6 dots?
6 centimeter or 8 centimeter here? 8 centimeters. Then you can have 6 centimeters on both sides. Okay, so I have 6 centimeters on both sides from the center. If you have shortened the measurements at the top and bottom, you can have 5 centimeters on both sides. So now we have good measurements to do this bunny.
But don't we have blocks?
And from the top, we have the same kind of measurement that we did from the center. Can you repeat the measurements? Yeah, so from the center, I took 6 centimeters, another 6 centimeters at the top. The bottom is 8 centimeters. And from the center, both sides have 6 centimeters. And from the top dot, that is 1 6 centimeter, similar to the center one. So we have totally 7 dots. So these measurements will help us make the drawing a little more easier. Okay. So on the top here, we have 2 dots on the top, which is 6 centimeters apart. We are going to make a curve to connect both the dots. So we are going to connect both the dots with a curve. Hi Kanesh, welcome back. So we have a curve connecting these 2 dots. We are also going to make a good rounded face here. So it's going to be smooth and round. We're going to make a rounded curve joining the next dot here. And we're going to extend that a little bit. It's going to be nice and curvy. So that's the second dot we had. So from the second dot here, we did a nice, good curve. So on the edge of the top dot, we are going to make the nose for the bunny here. So the edge of the top dot here, we are going to make a nose which is slightly flattened like that. Do you have two 8 centimeters at the top. No, Amuda, no, Akansha, I have 6 centimeters each. 6 centimeters here and 6 centimeters here. So we have a good flat nose here. And we're going to make a tiny bit of curvy lip here, curvy mouth here. Okay. Can you say the measurements again? Kanish, we did the center dot and then we had 6 centimeters each on top, and then there is one 8 centimeters at the bottom. There's also two 5 centimeters from the center, and I have a similar 6 centimeter dot at the top as well. So if this is confusing, you can just leave these 4 dots here. You don't want to do the side dots if that's very confusing. Just make these 4 dots in the center. So these are 6 centimeters apart and one is 8 centimeter apart. So if it's too confusing to do the side dots, you can just do the center one. That will be a good base for our drawing too. So we have this mouth here, and I'm going to join the mouth with that curve. Okay? On the other side here, we're going to make the head very curvy by extending the top curve a little more towards the down. And we are going to do good long bunny ears. So I'm going to do ears here, so you can make it very long. So we still have the space left for the other ear. We are not hiding this area. So it's only half of this area here for the one ear. Okay. Then we are going to make a tiny little curve in the middle, and we are going to make another ear which is going to be all the way towards the bottom. Like that. So I want to extend that ear a little bit more. So we have 2 long bunny ears. Yeah, the main measurement is in the middle. If it's too confusing, you can just leave out the side dots. We can still do the bunny without them. So now for the body here, at the bottom of its neck, we're going to make a tiny curve here until the side dot. On the other side as well, so we are going to extend that body here, which is going to come like that. on the other side. So that's why we had those 2 dots. It's okay if you don't have those side dots. So that's the other side of the body. Can you repeat the directions from the ear? So from the ear, after we did the ear, we did one curve on the one side, which is near the center of this picture. We had the center dot, remember? So we have that curve until there. The other curve is similar till the center. So now we are going to have the lower part of the bunny's body. So that's really going to be bigger than the upper part. So we're going to make, until the lower dot, we are going to make a big curve and join the lower dot here on the other side as well. So we're going to make a big curve on both sides. So the lower portion of the bunny is a little bigger than the top portion. So it's actually broader than the top portion. And on the thigh portion of this bunny, there's going to be one of its feet rested here. So we're going to have its feet right there. Can you wait? Yeah, Usha and Trikona, I'll wait here. So we just made the upper part of the body that's next to the ear, and we also did the lower portion of the body that's broader than the upper portion. So we need to kind of curve it really broader and connect the bottom dot here. On the other side as well, we made a broader curve. So we're going to have its feet rested here. So the feet is going to come this way, all the way next to the body, and have it rested here. Okay. So this bunny is facing upwards. We need to make its tail and its eye, and then we can start with our coloring. So the bunny's tail is going to be short and fluffy at the very bottom. So I'm going to make a good curve here for the bunny's tail at the bottom of its body. So we're making a good round curve, and we are connecting it towards the center. So that's nice and round, short and fluffy tail. The only thing left here is its eye now. The eye is going to be exactly parallel to its nose on the top. So next to the nose, leave some gap next to the nose here, and we are going to draw the eyes. Nice round eye. Okay. The bunny's eye doesn't have a round iris, instead it has a slanted long iris inside the eye. This drawing is going to be a little bit different from what we have done before. We want to make this bunny a lot whiter, a lot brighter, so we are going to add a background to it. So can you make that nose a little shorter? That's really long, so make it shorter. Okay, so I'm going to make a rectangle box where the bunny is going to be. Here, it's not very much visible. So I'm going to make a box.
How much centimeters?
It doesn't matter how much centimeters, just make sure the bunny is inside the box, whatever size you have. So we are just making a box around the bunny. So whatever size you have, just make sure you have this bunny inside the box so that we can give a background color. So use your ruler to make a box for the bunny. Can you wait? Yeah, Usha, I'll wait for you here. So we just made a box around the bunny.
Wait, I did not even make the box yet.
Can you make the ears a little bit longer? Should we make the pencil light around the box? Akansha, whenever we are doing any kind of drawing, it is recommended to have our drawing very light with the pencil. We don't want to leave dark marks with our pencil. We always do the sketches very lightly. Okay, so now we're going to color the box first before going to the picture. So the bunny is going to be mostly white. So we need a very good white that's not mixed with any other color. So if you have any other color on tip of your white, you need to make sure you take off those excess color using the tissue paper. We need a very good white. So that's what we are going to use for the bunny, inside the bunny. So I'm going to use a little bit of pinkish and grayish shades inside the bunny. So you can choose whatever color you want, but make sure you have a very lighter color, light pink or light purple, very light yellow, light blue or green, even yellow ochre. So those are the colors, like it's kind of very light, and we are going to do very light shades inside the bunny because with white we don't want to make it too dark. My background is going to be dark purple with light purple. If you choose any other color here, you can also choose any other darker color to go for the background. If you are choosing green or blue, light green or light blue inside. You can always do a darker color on the outside. So make sure you have similar colors for the dark and lighter shades. If you decide to go with dark blue and light blue, that's fine, or dark green and light green, or dark red and pink, something like that. So I have chosen dark purple with light purple. So we're going to start with the border here. So I'm going to do dark purple in my border. We always start with a darker color. Make sure you're giving little pressure when doing the coloring. Can we make grass for the background? Yeah, you can make grass, Aishwarya. So after we finish the background box, you can add your own imaginations to the drawing. So we are coloring this entire box with one dark and one lighter color with similar shades. So we're not covering the entire box though. I only wanted to do the darker color of the corners of this box. So we're giving a little pressure, and we need to make sure we are not keeping our hands and fingers inside the picture. We don't want to smudge our artwork. So we are doing the corners with a dark color. We need to be very careful when coloring next to the bunny. We don't want to color inside the bunny. So I'm doing all the four corners and all the four sides of this box with dark purple. So if you have chosen any other color, that's fine too, but make sure you are blending that with a lighter color. Coloring the whole box with the dark color or just on the edges? Aishwarya, we are only doing the edges, like the corners of all the sides, because we are going to blend that with a lighter color inside. So we are only doing the edges here. We need to make sure there's no white space and we are blending very well. So let's blend, blend, blend. So we're giving a little pressure here and make it dark with no white spaces. So also when we are doing the corners, we need to be very slow and careful that we are not going outside the lines. Nice and smooth blending. The one thing we need to remember is that we are keeping our palm and fingers away from the paper. That's very important. We don't want to smudge our beautiful artwork. So we are not holding the pastel in a pointed way. We are holding it sideways so that we can cover maximum area. Okay. So we did the corners. nice and smooth. So now I'm going to add my lighter purple here. So if you have chosen any other color, you can take your lighter version of the same color. That is very important. We are going to use the same combination of that color. I'm going to blend that with the darker purple. So we need to go a little on top of the dark purple, and I'm going to cover the rest of the background area without going inside the bunny. So we are covering the rest of the area here. Can you wait? Yeah, Radhika. We are not far from our coloring. We are just doing our background with one darker and one lighter color. We are going to cover the rest of its background with lighter color. Just making sure we are not going inside the bunny. Yeah, take your own time to do this background. Since it's a little bigger area, it might take a little bit of time to cover this background. It's okay. We just have to make sure that we are doing it very carefully, very slowly near the edges. So I'm holding the pastel sideways like we are holding a knife, not very pointed, so that we cover a maximum area. Also, it blends on its own. The colors blend on its own.
What's the middle that for? The middle.
The bunny is going to be mostly white.
But why is the middle that for?
Just for our convenience. So let's cover this area. So we chose a background for this bunny because we have a mostly white bunny and we need to highlight those colors, and that's when the bunny looks bright. There's something called negative space, which means on some paintings, artists decide to leave some gap in their paintings without coloring those areas. So those are called negative spaces. You can do that as well instead of adding white. Can I make a photo frame that is blue and then put in grass instead of just putting in the light color for the whole inside? We still need a background for this kind of art, Aishwarya. It would still look, because our bunny is going to be mostly white and our paper is also white. So we need to show some kind of contrast for the picture and the background. And that's why we are choosing a background today. So if you want to do any other color bunny instead of white, you can do that. Choose to do that as well if you don't want to do a border. So but today I'm going to make a white bunny. So a white bunny with a white background may not be highlighted so much, and that's why we are doing a colorful background for our white bunny. Yeah, you can be creative and choose any colors you want, or choose to have any other background you want. But my bunny is going to be white. You can also have any other color for the background. quite a bit of work to cover this background. Because it has a bigger space. So when we are doing the lighter color next to the dark color, we need to make sure they are blended well. When the edges meet, they need to get blended really well. Almost there. So it's okay if you have some pastel dust, we can fan them away with a tissue paper very lightly. So almost done with this background. So nice and smooth. Just make sure there's no white spaces when doing the blending. Okay. So we have a good background for our bunny. So I'm going to take away this pastel dust very lightly. So we don't want to smudge that too much. Just taking away those dust. Okay. So now we are going to have our fluffy white bunny colored. So I'm going to choose what if we got some in our bunny. So you can always do white on top of it. Akansha, I don't know what color it went inside the bunny. If it's too dark, it might be a little tough to erase that. But if it's a lighter color, I think if you do white on top of it, that should be fine. We are going to give some shades inside the bunny. So maybe that will fix your art. What if we got some oil pastel in the bunny? So I don't know what color went inside Akansha. If it's a lighter color, it would be easier to fix. If it's a darker color, it's a little tougher to fix that. So I'm going to use pink and gray inside my bunny. So if you want to use any other color, choose very, very light color like peach or yellow or very light orange. Something like, can I make a gray bunny? We are going to make a gray and white bunny, Satvik, with some tinges of pink for me. So you can use any other color like peach or yellow if you want. It is a light color. Then it should be okay, Akansha. If you have white on top of it, it should be okay. So use a very, very, very light color to do inside the bunny. So I'm going to do some shadows inside with the dark color before using my light color. So I recommend everybody to use like dark brown for our shadows. So we're going to start with a darker shade here. First in the nose, the bottom of the nose, it's going to be dark brown. So I recommend using the same shadow even though if you are planning to use any other color for the bunny. So we have the bottom of the nose brown. And then I'm going to have some shadows under the neck here. And there's going to be some shadow portion inside, in the middle of the neck and the ear. There's going to be some on top of the ear here, this area, the middle of both the ears. And there's going to be some shadow here and next to the front paw. So these are some shadow areas. Before we go for the light color, we are going to make some dark shadows. Okay, and some on the tail portion here. So when doing the tail portion, we're going to make some stripes in the tail while making the shadows here, because the tail is little fluffy, so we are making some striped shadow all the way on top of the tail. Okay. So that's all for our shadow. So now going ahead, and I'm going to do a gray area here. You can also use peach or light yellow. What color did you use for the shadows, Meghna? Meghna, I used brown, dark brown for the shadowed areas. So now I'm going to make some gray portions. So since this is a white bunny, the gray shades will go really well, I think, when doing the white on top. So I'm making some gray portions here next to the tail. So I'm going to blend that with the shadowed area a little bit. Wait, please. Yeah, Akansha, I'll wait here for you. So after we did the shadows here, we are adding more grayish areas to the bunny. Only some portions are going to be grayed out because the body and the face are going to have some shades of gray. So even though a white bunny looks completely white, it will have its own shadows and shades. What color are you using for bunny? So I'm using gray and white, Dia. So I'll be adding a tinge of pink to its nose and brown. Will we color the nose, Ishan? Yeah, we will color the nose, Ishan. So after completing these shades, we will do the nose and the beautiful eye. So those are at the final stages. So we're adding a little bit of gray here. We are not completely covering the body. So we're making slight shade in the middle of its body. So you don't have to cover the area completely. It's okay to have some spaces there. We're just making some shades of gray. So I'm also making some shades of gray in its front leg here. So it's going to blend with the shadow region that we just did. Can you make that a little bit broader here? So we have two shades here. We are also going to have some shadow region on its ears here, a little bit of gray on its ear, and the mouth here. And the curve, we are not going to completely cover the curve, so we're just making that shade in its head. So there's one more part remaining before we go for the next colors. It's the eye area. So we're going to extend that eye area with the grayish part. So whatever light color you chose, so make sure you have some shades next to its eye. Okay. So we're going to add some pinkish. So I'm going to use pink for the ears and the nose. So if you chose any other color, you can do any light color like light peach or light yellow, light orange, yeah, whatever color you want. So I want to do pink nose for a bunny. So naturally a bunny has a pink nose. So I want to do that. Blend it with a tiny bit of white on top of the nose. So I'm going to blend that with a tiny bit of white on top. So my nose has a brown shadow with pink color on the bottom and white on the top. So let me zoom that a little bit to show that. So I have shades in my nose. Okay. So I'm going to use the same kind of pinkish tint for the bunny ears. So before doing the bunny ears, I want to do some shadow for the ears as well. So I'm going to start with dark brown and blend that with pink. So if you are choosing any other light color, you can blend them with the shadowed area. I want to do a pink nose but do not have light pink. You can always make pink with adding white to red acacia. So you can make pink with red and white. So it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so I'm doing the inside of the ears with pink. Like any other bunny, the inside of the ears would be pink for a bunny, the nose is pink for a bunny. So I'm doing the same thing here inside the ears. I'm also going to add a little bit of pinkish tint to the other ear. So since the other ear is turned the other side, I'm just going to add a little shade of pink, not very dark like the other one. So now for our white. this bunny is going to be mostly white. So if you're using white like me, so make sure you have a clean white without any other colors combined on the white. We're going to completely cover this bunny by blending all the colors, even the gray shades with white here, so that it kind of gets mixed. So if you don't want to cover your bunny with white, you can leave a negative space too. Like I said, some artists leave negative space in their artwork. They don't want to color certain portions, so that they just want to leave that area white. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. But if you're adding white here, make sure you're blending all the colors along with the shadow region, the gray region, so that we have a blended look. Okay, so if your white gets dirty, you can always wipe that off with the tissue paper. So I'm going to blend along with this gray areas and make it even more lighter. So when we add white to any other color, it gets blended well. Also, it gets lighter. So I want to blend next to the grayish areas to make it smoother, to make it seamless. So I'm adding more white. Do you have to do white? You don't have to, Satvik. You can just leave it like that if you don't want to add white. But if you add white, you can blend the shaded areas a little more, so that the shaded areas are not sticking out and it's kind of blends very smoothly with the body. So if you use white on top of it, it gets blended well. So that's the reason I'm using white instead of leaving that negative space. So we have a good blending there. Hi from Yukti. Hi Yukti. Welcome. So I'm also blending the other part of the body in a similar way. So white is the magic part here. We're using that to blend the entire body. So we're going to do some blending in the face. Ta-da! So with white, it gets completely blended. That looks really nice. Thank you, Akansha. I hope yours is coming out well too. So I'm applying a lot of pressure to blend the white on top of this bunny. So if you want, you can add a little more shine next to its nose with whatever color you used for the nose and the ears. And it's all about the blending with white. Okay, so now we have a good blending. So when two colors mix there to make it seamless, to make the blending seamless, we kind of give some pressure to blend them well. I like yours. Thanks, Satvik. I hope yours is coming out good too. We are almost in the finishing stage. So after we are done with the white here, we're going to make a beautiful eye for the bunny. So I blend colors in its body and the face, and it looks like it's very smoothly blended. And on the head as well. So it's okay to go on top of all the shades that we gave. The gray ones, the pink shades. Okay, so now we have good blended bunny. And we draw a crescent. So what does that mean, Akansha? I'm not understanding that. So if you want to draw a gift box with the rabbit, you can do that. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Aishwarya. I hope yours is coming out good too. So you can add a little more highlight to the ear if you want with the brown here. Just to differentiate the ear with the body here. So even after, if we add some highlights, we can blend them with white. So blending is the key part in our rabbit here. So now for the final part, the eye, yes. So let me add some more brown in its face here, in the mouth part. Okay, so now the eye is remaining. So you can do any color eye. Can we draw a person next time, please? Can we draw a wolf or gladiator? Oh, okay. I'll keep all of yours in the mind, guys. We can certainly do in one of our classes. So we're going to do the eye now. So I want to do pink and red eye. If you want to do green eyes, blue eyes, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to do pink with red. So I want to do red on top because that's the dark color. So I'm going with the dark color inside. Just on top of its eye. And I'm going to cover the rest with pink. Can we draw a wolf gladiator next time? I'll keep that in mind, Ishan. So we can certainly do that. So I'm covering the rest of the eye with pink. So we need to be very careful that we are not smudging our artwork. We are almost at the end and we don't want to mess up by keeping our hand or finger inside our artwork. So we have this pink shade. I also wanted to add some black. So we're going to do black here. You need to be very, very careful when using black. So that's why we are doing that at the end. So we are going to use black for the outline. Okay, here's my, can you zoom in the eye? Somebody wants a snake. Yeah, we can certainly do that. Satvik wants a dragon. Okay. So here is the eye part. We are not yet done with our eye. So I'm going to add the outer portion. So we need to make sure we are not keeping our fingers inside. The outside circle is going to be black. Very careful with black. We don't want to mess up anything at the end. So we made a good round eye. Can we draw a dragon next time, please? Yeah, Meet, I'll keep that in mind. We can certainly do that. I'm going to extend this black a little bit in the front. So the front portion is a little bit thicker than the rest of the eye. Since we are using black, we need to be very cautious. And remember that tiny little iris in the middle. We had that line here. So we had that tiny little iris in the middle. Let's add some shine for the eye. Can we draw a butterfly next time, Anjali? Yeah, sure, Anjali. I'll keep that in mind. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of white for the shine inside the eye on both sides. Okay, so now our eye is complete. So let me remove that pastel dust. So I'm going to zoom in that eye to show that to you. Can we draw a dragon next time? Yeah, Hashini, I'll keep that in mind. So here is our nice round eye for the bunny. Okay. We are done with our cute little bunny. You can go ahead and have your artistic signature at the bottom. Can we draw a butterfly next time? Sure, Akansha, I'll keep that in mind. We can certainly do all of your requests. Let's see what Kavya Novia have here. Ooh, that's a pink background. Wow, that's a red background. Good job, girls. Can we draw a dog? Yeah, Sheetal, I'll keep that in the mind. We can certainly do that. Okay, we are done with our bunny picture today. So this picture was requested by Sahana and some other people. I forgot who. Yeah, Sahana, and if other people have requested, so this is for you. We did a bunny for you. Whatever request you have, I already see a lot of requests today, so we can certainly do all of the drawings in our next classes. So keep posting your requests in the comment section. Can we do a dragon? Yeah, Kevin, I'll keep that in mind. A lot of people have requested dragon, so we'll do dragon in one of the classes. So whatever request you have, you can just comment it below. And most importantly, I would like to see all of your drawings today. So post all of your drawings in the comment section. Don't forget to post your pictures. Kanish also wants a dragon. Wow, there is so much demand for dragon today. We can certainly do those in the next few classes. And don't forget to post your comment. Wolf, Vijay Kumar wants wolf. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind too. So I have a newly launched YouTube channel, so all of these videos will be available in the YouTube channel. Also, I'll be posting some of the tutorials and some of my painting progresses there. So don't forget to watch that channel and subscribe it too. Let's meet on Monday in our next class at 4 p.m. Okay? See you guys. Don't forget to post your pictures today. I would love to see all of your pictures. Bye. See you until next time.